welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video I am going to be showing you how to crochet a cable cover for the cable of your charger. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I have the materials listed on the screen as usual. I used a 3.5mm crochet hook, 8 grams of yarn, scissors, a tapestry needle, and then I've also included the dimensions of the length of the project, but it's more so the length of my charger, and then how many inches the spiral is that goes around the charger. I am now going to start including the dimensions in this screen in my videos because it's just helpful, and I see your comments. You guys often do ask me for the dimensions of certain things, so I will always have them included from now on. Before I begin, I do just want to say thank you to all of you for supporting my channel, and then also for the critiques and ways that I can improve, because believe me, I see all of the comments, and any way to improve my channel for you, I will do that. All of my social medias are linked in the description as usual. Here is my Instagram, so if you want to message me, show me your work, ask me some questions, or just see some of the projects that don't get featured on my YouTube channel, then do be sure to follow me on my Instagram. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the video, and let's get right into it. So just taking your cord and then the yarn that you're going to be using, we are going to be starting off by making a slip knot. So I'm just going to take the yarn and wrap it around my 2 fingers and then just cross it over. Insert my hook under the first loop, grab the yarn that crosses over, pull up, and then tighten. And that is our slip knot, and we are ready to begin. So I'm just grabbing the part of my charger where it would insert into the plug, so the end, and I'm placing my hook underneath and holding the longest bit of yarn, and then I'm just going to pull my hook up and above the cord, like this, and then I'm just going to yarn over and pull through the loop to create a chain of 1. Then I'm just going to push the loop to the base of the charger, and then I'm going to take the extra strand, and what we're going to do is we're just going to hold it kind of in line with the cord because we're going to be crocheting over it. So place your hook underneath your cord, make sure that the extra strand of yarn is on top of your hook as well, and then pull up a loop, so around the cord, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and this is a single crochet. Crocheting over the extra bit of yarn is really helpful because it means we won't have to tuck it away later, and you can see that it's already looking really neat. So just put your hook underneath the cord, grab the yarn, pull it above, so pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. We've just done our second single crochet. Then just continuing on with the same process, you're going to pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. So this entire cable cover is going to be made up of single crochets. So by the end, if you are a beginner, you should be a master at this. But I'm just going to show you how to do a couple more single crochets, and then I will show you how to create that spiral pattern with the made single crochets. So here, as you can see, mine are already kind of starting to turn, but if yours don't turn, literally all you need to do is just kind of mold it with your hands. So just single crochet a couple of stitches and then just start to turn them. So here I'm making mine straight again, so you can see that I just kind of push them to the side and then just continue on with my single crochets. Ever since I started to do this to my chargers, I don't like using them without having the cable cover on them because they just feel too thin. So this helps to protect your chargers, and it's also quite cute, and you can help to like distinguish chargers. So like in your family, if somebody has the same charger as you, you know, you'll know which one's yours. So here I'm just turning the stitches round to go to the back side. And I'm just going to continue with my single crochets, taking breaks after a couple of stitches to continue flipping them over, just moving them how I want them to look. Here I have crocheted a little bit, and as you can see, I'm just turning the stitches all the way around the charger so it creates this really nice spiral appearance. Now this is honestly completely optional, like you could just have the single crochets go straight, but I feel like the spiral makes your charger look a bit more interesting, and you could even experiment with like changing colors. I think that could look really cool. It's a little idea for next time. But yeah, just make sure you're crocheting over the extra strand. It just saves us time at the end. And yeah, just keep repeating this up until the end, where I will meet you back and I will show you how to end off your project. However, if you do run out of yarn or want to change colours, I'm actually going to show you how to do that in this clip right here. So before I do that, of course, I have to wrap around the stitches like so. So just inserting my hook back in. Now we are going to put our hook underneath the cord, grab the yarn and pull up a loop. But now you're going to hold onto the strand of yarn with the cord. So hold them together and grab your new yarn and put it on your hook and then pull through the 2 loops. So this will basically be your first single crochet with the new yarn. But now you have one more strand of yarn to hold on to. So you should be holding on to the 2 yarns and then your cord. We are going to put our hook underneath, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. So we have just single crocheted over both strands of yarn as well as the cord. It is really helpful to crochet over the extra yarn pieces because, as I said before, we just won't have to do that later on. We won't have to use the tapestry needle. So yeah, and now you've just added on some more yarn and can continue. Here, if I show you, you can't even tell where we added in our new yarn. And this should also look pretty neat when you add in a new color. So honestly, experiment and just have fun with it. So now I have reached the end of my cable and I'm just going to be placing my last single crochet. So pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, and that is essentially the charger complete. Of course, I will show you how to tie off, but look how much better my cable looks. It just makes me happy looking at it. I don't know why. Maybe it's the color, but yes. So here is where one of the extra strings were. So I'm just going to cut that off because we have been crocheting over it, so it will be fine. And yeah, this is the completed cable. This is where we started and where we've now basically finished. But there is a couple of things that we need to do before we are fully done. So I'm just inserting my hook back in and we are going to be placing a slip stitch. So, oh dear, put your hook underneath, pull up a loop, and then pull the first loop through the second loop. That is a slip stitch. And now I'm just going to cut off, leave a tail because we're going to have to tuck it away. And then take your hook and pull it up. Sorry about all of these like lighting changes. I don't really know what's going on, but yeah, now I'm just adjusting these stitches a little bit. And yeah, now all we need to do is we need to tuck away the remaining string, and we're going to do that with a tapestry needle because we kind of have to. There's no other way we're going to get rid of this one. So I'm just taking my tapestry needle and I'm going to insert the string through the loophole. So now, just grabbing my cable, I am going to insert my needle through 1 loop out of the 2 that makes up a stitch. I just pulled it through the left loop, it doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to insert my needle through 2 loops, so the whole stitch basically. And I'm just repeating this process until the amount of yarn that I have gets significantly smaller. And then once we're done, we'll be able to cut off the yarn. I really enjoyed tucking away the extra strand this way because it just looks really good, looks really neat. And yeah, you won't really be able to see it when you're done. However, do be mindful when pulling the yarn through with the needle, because if your tension is too tight, so if you pull the yarn through too tight, then that could change the appearance of the stitches. It could just make everything overall a bit tight, so just use quite normal tension. Don't make it too loose, don't make it too tight, and cut off your extra bit of yarn. And this is the completed crochet cable cover. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and if you have any questions, you can either comment it or message me on my Instagram, and I will respond to you as soon as I can. But again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye bye.